As a matter of fact, the first time I did it publicly, not Plano here we do it, and then him suggest it to Jimmy Cliff. I must tell the people, them say the first time we left Jamaica was with Jimmy Cliff. We go to Cuba with him oneness band. But China is responsible for organize this poem because we never know nothing about music that way they into the poem. And all them did was say the poem. And when we say the poem, him start to create a beat with the poem, not against the poem. In other words, I was not speaking to the rhythm. The rhythm was played to the words, the lyrics. And it became a big hit in Jamaica, big hit. So we want to play the first poem that we make that catapult we into what we call reggae artist stardom. It Bossway. Here we go. Yeah, that poem there echo all over the place, especially in Jamaica. So after that poem we make an album. China call we. That time we live way up in the Potosi area there, them call we and say we must come to town because we are going to make an album. So we make an album named Check It. And a poem on it we catapult to internationally, especially in Europe. I remember two sisters from England did inside the studio and when she hear, she never even knows me do the poem. And she say, when them did in England and demonstrate, at the poem that the whole of them black people them a march on the road and I say. So this poem, the next poem we're going to play is the poem where we call now catapult to internationally out there, in the earth there. That's people can say, wow, where the brother they come from? Listen. Yeah, so that poem they now catapult to it to the point where you know sometimes you don't even know the effect where you have. The people when you listen, like when you talk on the radio, you don't know the effect where you have until you go out the road there. Where you see that poem you know, when we say it, we look on a situation where Linton in England. And Linton say England is a beach, and we say, well, England is a beach, why you stay there? You know, and we make that poem the base up off of that. But it's when we go to Africa, we realize how effective it was because we remember when we used to go to Europe, Gambian, Angola, and all of them African people used to, I mean, like, mad, I mean, like, club a tear down, venue mash down, because they want to come in to come see who is this brother where I say it's not good to stay in a white man country too long. When we go to Africa, we realize it really play a very effective role. And a whole heap of them go back to Africa and a whole heap of them become political or politician in a them country where them say, this poem here really play a part in them realizing say, I really true, it's not good to stay in a white man country too long. So them go back to Africa or try and make a difference in them country. Now we have a next poem here where it's really creative vibes in Jamaica at the time when it make after the same album, Check It album. So we're going to play this tune now where whole heap of ones who are listening to it now were past 20 of the year old, gone at them 40s and things. Remember, said this poem here, big. Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge and IRFM. Mutabaruka present Mutabaruka. It feels strange to me, but yes, Mutabaruka presents Mutabaruka. How much radio announcer get to present himself on the radio? But me hear IRFM call up my name every day, every minute, every program. So this is the next program for IRFM. What you mean? All right. So we want to play this next poem here, which is a next big poem that we did on the same album. When it come out, it was in at the top. I would a magazine the name again, BM's from England, them say in at the 25 top reggae albums in at them time there. I don't know if I said in at this time, yeah, but it was the top, one of the, the 25 top best reggae albums. Check It, produced by Earl China Smith with big musicians. You talk about like Augustus Pablo. You talk about Carly Barrett, who used to play drums for Wailers, Bob Marley. You talk about man, some Monta China. You talk about with the drummer brethren from England and him again. I think I play every time I hear the sound. Yeah. Wolipa man. Wire, Earl Wire, Lindo, all of them people there. Okay. This next poem I know. A next big poem. For some reason or another. So we have to say something about that tune here, that when we make that tune here and put it on the second album, and the record company hear it, they must say, well, they don't know, they should have put it on the album because black people are going to listen to it and get offended. Now, this is a white company. This is a white company. Don't tell me, say, black people are going to get offended and the album not going to sell. Well, Mr. Lem said, look, you know, my album, and me produce the album, and my money make the album, only just a distribute it. So it's either I'm not going to distribute it, or I'm not going to distribute it, but me not take out the tune off of the album. Because when me didn't make it no good for seeing a white man country too long, white people start saying me a racist. So it look like now, them a think say me I make enemy with everybody, me I make enemy with, and me I say, but see, you know, oh, me be racist now, and you not tell me say, me I make a tune now where black people are going to take offense to. Well, it so happened that we put it on the album, and the album was one of the biggest reggae selling album when it come out, I tell you. So here we go now. Yeah, you know, the beauty about something like this is that the lion gets to tell him story, and now musically we are telling a story, but here you know, there's whole heap of artists gone, and when them gone, you hear all sort of conflicting this and conflicting that. Now, when we say RFM come up with this award, I have to tell my story. And me I tell you, say, the amount of story me tell since we hear the announcement is unbelievable. I know we do interviews all over the place, but telling the story is the next thing. But for really sit down here so now and tell this story musically now is the next thing, because it's not every artist have the opportunity to also be a radio announcer and also an artist to tell them story. So looking at it from that perspective, we kind of don't feel no way funny. We have to get something in a way to say, you know, I feel funny about doing this, you know, but I think that is one of the things them for musically, tell the story musically. That when we're not there again, no mistake can make, because this name, science and technology, this gone on every YouTube and this and that. Why you look basic? Why you look basic with all the Brazilian? Anyway, we have played a tune named Free Up the Land a while ago, and Free Up the Land is the next poem where start labeling me as racist out there, you know. I mean, so much poem we do that at one time, we used to ram every place we go play in California, and some of the white people, them start saying me a racist. Well, you know, when them start saying me a racist, me realize that them are racist. Even though them go on liberal and they love reggae music, because them love the reggae music when they really shout at the oppression and liberation struggle. Them want the reggae music where I tell you, so we are all one and one love, one all, let's get together and be all right. Whenever they depend on that trad there, our journey was liberation. And the liberation we move with is when we go to South Africa. For the first time we go to South Africa. I'm going to tell Rashni, say, Rashni, I want you make me meet Winnie Mandela, you know. Me now left South Africa unless me meet Winnie Mandela. You see, when we go down to Winnie Mandela house and them open the gate and the security come to me and then them go back to her. Me says, stand up. I think she did in a red shirt and a black pants. And them say, Mutabaruka, before the woman even say hi to me, the woman run go in her house. Run go in her house, and she come back with this album here, named Outcry. So me fi sign it. And me I tell you, say, one of the strongest kiss me ever get. Well, I tell you. And we catapult that enthusiasm, because when you want to meet somebody and you hear about this person, you want to meet somebody, the reciprocation was that, like, she hear about this somebody and she want to meet this somebody till she have the album and she know exactly which part to go for the album, because she run go in there and she never even spend a minute to come out back for the album, to make me sign the album. And this poem here, have a profound effect on a whole heap of the liberation ones them in Africa. And when we go to Zimbabwe, they what them call them, the old soldier them who used to fight in the bush them, we'll have a meeting inside of one place. And them a show me say, they never know some name Mutabaruka. Them feel so good. Because when them hear him poem like them poem here. So I will tell you a little about this tune, you know, because the same album I play, about 4 tunes play for this album named Outcry. Second album we're doing live. Now we go to Africa the first time. We want to hear up David Hines, we hear them there, you know. We want to hear up Hines them. The first time we go to Africa was with Steel Pulse. Two group go to Africa, go do some show. Well, I done there a month. As 2 shows we do. 1 month, 2 shows. Remember, say, most of the man them from Steel Pulse get malaria, and it was a devastation. We never have no ticket for come back. I never have no ticket for come back. Anyway, we did this show in a place named Ife University, and them African, you can't go up on stage 1.5 hours. That's how you do, you know. It's a mad thing. I think it happened with Toots too, you know. Toots go down there and do them show, and they have to go back on stage and sing some tune we never have. Well, that happened to me too. So we go Steel Pulse do for them hour and a half, me do my hour and a half. No, I do my hour and a half, Steel Pulse do hour and a half. The man them lock up the place and say, what are you doing? You people talk about Africa so much, and you come here and you want to go home, and you will only do 1 hour. You need to go back on the stage. Right. We better go back on the stage. No, we go back on the stage, and after we've done all of the things that we're supposed to do now, we never have nothing else to do now. So me say, why? We have to go do something, you know. And out of the something come this something. No, this is a tune, this is a poem we write from in a school. I will never do it yet. Never do it. We have a first book named Outcry, the book. And this poem in this book named Outcry. Never do it yet, but we was forced to do it on the stage and write it so the music make up. Yeah, so we're going to the studio and we make our next album because the album did not go so well that we dip on the road with Europe 3 times for the year, believe you me. Enough traveling and all them something there, and the tune them go out there and I spread like wildfire. And the third album we make was an album named Mystery Unfold. And I remember Ibo used to live along Windsor Road, which part Mixing Lab, you know. Not Mixing Lab, you know Mixing Lab, which part Music Works, you know. He used to live along Pana Road there. And he did have a keyboard where they just come in and we record the title track for this album here in his house. And him depend the title track. I want to play the title track where we did explore Israel, Canaan land, and the Arab them, and it go out there. It come like every poem where we do and get popular is the poem where people are fret say the repercussions, what is the repercussion. But all of them poem there where people that I worry about is the poem where even push you further and further. All of the poem them where you hear man I say, you're not afraid this, you're not afraid that. And them poem them make you keep going, and keep moving all over the world. Like this poem here, as I say, Ibo Kupa, and me sit down and we organize this poem that him voice actually depend on the poem too. So we want to listen to this poem here, Mystery Unfold, where we are exploring the biblical perspective of the Israeli and the Arab, a fight for your land according to the Bible is Canaan land, the land flowing with milk and honey. So here we go now. You can see over there, we ended then at the early 80s. We are trying to decipher this argument about Canaan land. And we all know that them say Canaan land is the promised land, and them also show you that Canaan was the son of Ham. And Noah cursed Canaan, the son, rather than curse Ham, who them say look on him father's nakedness. So we ask the question, how come Canaan land become the promised land? Because them go in there and invade it. These two people, the Arab and the Israeli. And we create mischief with them poem there. We create mischief because we start to ask questions. True poetry, true music. Nobody never usually hear them think they go on a stage, on a reggae stage. Never hear them argument they come up on a reggae stage before them poem are released. Where man start to question, free up the land, white man, and say white man in the poem them. When we say the Israeli and the Arab are fight for a land that is not for them own. Never hear that on a reggae stage. So you can just imagine where we are go through with them poem here right through. Here we go. Here we go. You know, say we make a portion of album and it's 2 albums we ever do where Marcia Griffiths not sing on the album. 2 albums. As a matter of fact, we're going to play a tune with me, she, a poem when we write with me, she and Aine Kamuzi do. But we want to yell up Marcia Griffiths. Because anytime we make an album, I will call Marcia Griffiths. She never say, no poetry thing. Me a singer and them. No, she come willingly. And eventually I'll produce tune with her. So why you look Marcia Griffiths? We did it with me. From the beginning. Well, not from the beginning really, but we call it beginning because if you have a second album, third album, and fourth album, and fifth album, and she depend on the whole of them. Yes, she did it with me. As a youth, who was very concerned with international affairs and we are going over the world as it relates to black people. At that tender age, we really write with all the different aspects of African need for freedom and liberation, and also the Native American them. We was deeply involved with the Native American them because I remember we were on tour and we go amongst the Hopi Indian them. And I tell you, I did about a week or 2 with the Hopi Indian them. Just to suck up the culture of the Native American, especially the Hopi. Because the Hopi Indian was the most peaceful of all of the so-called tribes, Indian tribe them. And we're going to meet some Navajo. I mean, good times. I mean, we're on tour. I don't know if them youth nowadays have time to do them things there. For really go sit in with Native American and sit in with black people where struggle and fight the liberation struggle. But that was our intention in them days there. They not just go over there, go do music, but go meet people. You know, we're going to meet enough people, enough. You know, Stokely Carmichael became one of my good friend them. Yes. Farrakhan, all these people, whether they struggle for African liberation, we end up and know them in our youth days. Yes, in our youth days. This poem here. Yeah, we have come up the line, you know, so next we're going to play one of the most known poem, the most remixed poem ever done by any poet. And I want to say that non-apologetically. The next poem we're going to play is the most remixed poem by any poet. So, we're going to tell you about this poem where we do, where became the most remixed poem. You can just imagine an artist, though, well, after my second album, the third album was the album named The Mystery Unfold. Can you imagine you do a album and the most popular poem on the album was an album where you never call no musician to do? it hurt, you know. It hurt. That after you spend all of that money for bringing musicians and this and that, the poem may catapult you internationally again. Because we don't go through the white man country every time I hear the sound and Butterpan culture from the first and the second album. But when the third album come and we do the poem without music, I remember the first time I did that poem there in a little club in a Baltimore, and a white man come to me and say, he has never heard a poem like that in his life. And he want a copy of it. Unfortunately for him, I went to my hotel room and was on my way to the next city. And I remember the next time I do it, me and my daughter, that time Aisha was a little baby, and I carry her up on the road with me. And we had drive go to San Francisco State University from Los Angeles. And we were on a highway, and it's me and my daughter and two women in the car, one woman did a drive. And believe you me, I hear this breeze of whoops, and the car spin over off of the highway. About 2 times the car spin over and drop on the top. And me, Aisha, and the two women them in the car. And all me could have ball out, Aisha, all of a sudden me hear, wow, wow, wow. Ambulance, fire brigade, everything, police. Me say, me afraid now, because I say, no, me can't believe so me bring my daughter up on tour to make sure have some fun. And this is going to happen so now. And we draw myself out of the car and look for Aisha. I say, Aisha, underneath the car with blood out her nose, and I draw her out. And then put her in the ambulance and carry her to the hospital. I end up with about 13 stitches on my nose. And about 10 in my head. And I just sit down there and watch Aisha, And I said, no, this can't real. Anyway, would you believe that them released her from the hospital and we went to San Francisco State University, and I still do the show. Left her in the hotel room because she couldn't really go at the show. And me do the poem I tell you about you now. And trust me, that was another levels now. That the poem take onto itself so much things that National Dance Theatre Company actually did a dance to the poem. I never know that people could have danced to words. I think people could dance to music, but it was so creative that, yes, this poem is the most popular poem we ever do. So, you know, everybody know Bobby Candas. Bobby Candas is a man who devote himself to Jamaican music. Well, in the 80s, Bobby Candas put this remix. He remixed the poem. As I tell you, about 20 different remixes of this poem. For some reason or another, this poem just shoot off. Bobby Candas remixed the poem and put it on an EP. And it so happened that I was in a radio station in England, Kiss FM. And a man said, I'm going to play a tune for me. And then play this poem remix. When I look on it, I see it my Bobby Candas. And when I look on it, written by Bobby Candas, I say, but it is what I go on. So I say, all right. You know, say, I beg the album. The man say, yeah, man, because Bobby Candas is a man who remix whole heap album out of New York. Anyway, the man gave me the CD, give me the album. My manager at that time, assistant named Pele, we say, Pele, this can't work. Or man I got do me that? Because I'm about remix on it with Marvin Gaye and then give Marvin Gaye credit. Or I'm not give Mutabaruka no credit. So we carry it to a lawyer, and the lawyer sued the record company who bring out the album. I mean, big suing too, you know. Big suing. We never know that suing was. So anyway, when them sued the company now, I think it was Mercury, one of them big record company bring out the tune. I said, but what man can do that? Bobby Candas put out, remix my poem, put it on the album and not put my name on the album. Anyway, it happened that the lawyer who sued the company, I think it was Mercury, you know, when the suit was settled out of court, and the lawyer now decides that he want to produce an album with me, Mutabaruka in dub. And him produce the album, and guess which company him give to? The same company where him sue. That's why we do certain things when we look at certain things and I wonder how them things they work out that way, you know. Because the lawyer office, they must like the 20th story, and him sit down in a film office can look over Mercury, down in a Manhattan there. And him sue the company, and him make an album, Mutabaruka and dub, because we get Soji for remix a whole heap of the tune them from different album and put on album named Muta and dub, and carry it go game for get a distributor. And it's the same company when him sue distribute the album, Mercury. Yeah, we'll tell a musical story, the journey. Yeah, we call it the journey. We want to play this poem here. This poem here, we start to fight against certain things. And one of the things that we start to look out against, one of the person who we started to look out against was Nelson Mandela. Yeah, we started to look out against Nelson Mandela. Yeah, so as you can see, our concern was so international, especially as it relates to the liberation of Africa. Different perspective, different manifestation of the struggle. We attack it with the poetry, and we say it go way over, far and wide, that even now in our age, we still can go out there and say the same poem them and get the same reaction from younger people now. This poem here is a poem we write. I remember which part we write it too. We write it in New York when them did plan an invasion against Haiti. I think it was in the 80s, late 80s, 90s. And we write the poem and we never know say it like have that effect. And we end up in Haiti because of the poem. Twice. Twice. I remember the first time we said the poem in one square. Thousands of Haitians set up in the square, man. And we decided, say, we want to get the poem authentic. So we asked them to get somebody to say the poem in them Creole, French. May I tell you? And the next time we go down there was me and the band, and we never get to perform because rain wash out the whole thing, the festival. Me and the Marley family go down there. We never get to perform. Rain and more rain. This poem here. Yeah, this is the cutting edge, and I refer him going through this musical autobiography. Yeah? Okay, all right. So this is the next poem we're going to play, you know. It's a strange thing because we do that poem down at Lagos Studio. We do this poem down at Lagos Studio down at Orange Street, and we call a brethren who used to work on the hotel circuit. Well, you know, after him do the poem, him get fired. He get fired. After him, when them hear the record, and I have to tell you, I don't know about the next one where sell me tune them. Like, I remember, say, every time I hear the song, I sell on the road. But me personally, put it on a label, my own label, and sell 10,000 of them in a Jamaica, 10,045. Me sell from my little place where me did there on Dumfries Road, at 10,000 at this tune here. Me sell in a Jamaica, going from record shop to record shop, giving Tough Gang. I mean, like, we couldn't have enough to get Tough Gang because, you know, so people used to come along at them places, come buy record for selling at them shop in New York and England and all them way there. So we used to distribute it to Tough Gang sell it go somewhere else. And every record shop where we could have did work go, We go with couple box of them, left it on consignment. But it goes so fast. I mean, I'll tell you, 10,000 of them I sell. You know, so if you sell 3,000, 1,000 records in a Jamaica right now, it's a number one tune. Well, some of the radio stations them did ban it, you know. Some of the radio stations them did ban it because of who we are, mimic in it. And that's why the Virgin lose him job. Because him do they voice them so perfect. That up to this day people are wonder if me did get the two man them to say what them accept on it. Here we go. Hey, $130 for feed a family of 6 for 1 week. I remember I rent a house and I ended up pay $150 a month for rent. $150 a month. The first time I left school and go work, a $15 a week me used to get. And when I go out telephone company, a $25 a week. Sir, $25 a week we used to get when we left school in the 70s. This is the culture that I FM. The time is 3 minutes past 12 o'clock. Yes, we want you know that poem at the beginning when we say we have here Mr. Sankey sing Mr. Religious Belief. And we hear the man say, well, right now we're going to deal with Sankey, you know, we'll leave Mr. Religious Belief for a later time. Well, you know, we did leave Mr. Religious Belief for a later time and we'll go back into the studio. Yes, may I tell you, them thing there, vex our heap of ones. But we continue doing it how we feel to do it. Because all our poem them was related to something, some aspect of the struggle and the culture. Not only here in Jamaica, but as I say, even amongst the Native American them, we did find something to write about. And when we write about it, we end up, it's weird, you write about something and you end up in a place where there's something where you write about, relate to. You know, it's amazing. So, they have a producer named Bobby Digital. Years ago, Bobby Digital have a rhythm. And for some strange reason, he say, he want me do a poem on the rhythm. And the rhythm was so big that it's about 3 number 1 tune come and fight. And when I go to Bobby Digital, I say, Bobby Digital, you know, release my own pan 45. He say, boy, brethren, the album I sell enough, you know, and if me take off the tune off of the album, it will stop selling, you know. Can I say I was vexed when him say that? I didn't vex, you know, but I make it go on still. Yes, the man say, the album I do good, you know, but if I take off your tune off of the album will stop sell. This is after I release couple tune off of the album and them go number 1 and number 2 and all them thing there. But it was a big tune. And that, you know, say, yeah, the dub poet go up on a rhythm where they did it out there already and make it into a hit. Bobby Digital rhythm, Kete Drum rhythm. I know what them up to, you know. Me and Dennis Brown do a tune. Well, other artists tonight, Aini Kamuze, Dennis Brown and Mutabaruka do a tune named Great Kings of Africa. This is now we start to make tune with producers all over, popular producers at the time. Because we first set us album them, the first album produced by China, and then the other rest album them is me and produce the whole of them and come right up. But then now some producers now start to ask if you do tune. Well, Gussie Clark call we, and more than one time Gussie Clark call if you do tune still, and we do a tune named Great Kings of Africa with me and Aini Kamuze and Dennis Brown. You know, I never forget when I had a very embarrassing situation where we have a big concert at Zinc Fence on Dumfries Road. That was when Third World used to have the place. And me go call Dennis Brown to come share the stage with me for do the Great Kings of Africa. It was a very popular tune. Dennis Brown has sing for him like a chorus line and me for come in. I never remember nothing about the tune. I don't remember what to say. I don't remember nothing. More than a couple lines. And when I reach the second line, I don't remember. The tune started over about 3 times. About 3 times the tune started over in front of the pack-up place. Never forget that. Very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. But here's the tune. A big, big tune. Yeah, so we start to team up with a whole heap of artists. Yes, different artists, different producer. And we're going at the exterminator, Fatis. Fatis come to me and say, Muta, I want you to do a Psalms out of the Bible, you know. And I say, why not? Some sweet poem in the Bible. So we're going at the studio now with Luciano. And this tune become a big hit. Yeah, so a sister from foreign come to me and she said she had do a movie on the farm workers in Florida. Big producer of a heap of different off-the-wall revolutionary documentaries. And I remember when she come to Jamaica, well, she actually come check me in New York. Stay with me, my relative in New York, and she come check me. She said, why she ask her next big artist in Jamaica to deal with the project, but it, apparently he never want to touch it because it is kind of too touchy. I don't know why I feel said I never touch it. I never touch it. I just do it. But at the time, it was Portia was the Minister of Labour, and she go under hell because, as a matter of fact, she's a white woman, and she come to expose the problems of the farm workers in Florida. So she not only was going to do the movie, the documentary on the H2 worker, but she want a group of it to go on the field where the farm workers them there, to see and experience where they are going. So a group of it left here and go to Florida, and yes, it was really something else when we go there. So she show me what she have, and I say, well, I'm going to do the vocals, what them call the soundtrack for the documentary. And I'm going to give it a name, H2 worker, because that was a visa where they were supposed to get when them go up on farm work program, a H2 visa. And the H2 worker becomes such a potent exposure to the farm working thing in Florida that them actually never want to come back to Jamaica, but them never stop her still. And my involvement in it was to do this poem, the poem from the title track. Well, I did the title track. Yeah, so we did a write, not just write, you know, because we are poets, we just write. We write because we see the need for address certain situation. And the certain situation was very socially, politically, religiously driven. But it was all about liberation and freedom. So the same lady named Stephanie Black, she do her next documentary. But this documentary now propel her to be one of the better people them who do documentaries in this part of the globe, this part of the world. She end up a work on the TV series or they do named Muta, Simply Muta. She was the director for it when we do that series on TV. But she come forward again and say she will address the IMF and the World Bank and them effect on Jamaica economy. And may I tell you, that documentary open, I mean, I've been to many universities when it did a show and discussions and things. And as a matter of fact, the discussions and the show night don't all this area too. But that documentary opened a whole heap of people's eyes to what the IMF and the implication of the IMF on countries like Jamaica And Michael Manley, she interviewed so much people that she interviewed the head of the IMF at the time, the World Bank and everything there. So she asked me now, when me go call it, because she want a name feed. Me say, yeah, no. She come back again now with the same thing now. We're going to do the soundtrack. And we're going to do and call it the name of the soundtrack. So I'm going to go to a virgin named Glenn Brownie. Who want you love Glenn, you know? I'm going to say, Glenn, we're going to do this poem here. This poem here named Life and Death, D-E-B-T. And she will call the documentary Life and Death. So me and Glenn go in at the studio. And this is what we come out with. Life and Death. From the documentary Life and Death. So yeah, me I tell you. Yes. You know, say, a politician did come ask me if them can use the tune in a them, what them call it, them election campaign, you know. I say, bro, you know, hear the tune I talk about. So I love mix up artists. I hear them I use when I put the tune them, you know. I want to know if no law not against them something there. Because I remember when them use them use Junior Boy song about beat down Babylon. Every time an artist come with a big song, them use it in them election play, like say you and them a friend. I hear them I use when a Buju song them in a them campaign for this Portland election. So I don't know why them love mix up artists. So, cause, you know, Jamaican people, I will heap of them naive and just weird that them hear your song I play upon a different party. And them make it feel, these illiterate people feel like say you're there with the party who play the song. And right now I hear them I play when I Buju song them. Yes. But we know them lie. And a pure lie are going up a Portland right now. Believe you me, pure lie are going. Yeah, this is the cutting edge, a very unusual cutting edge. What you call the musical autobiography of Mutabaruka. IRFM said them go on a Mutabaruka. We are trying to show the people them say the honor is a complex thing where there's so much different parts. And one of the parts that put it to this part was where we had, you know, play the poems them that allow us to be here so now. Because if it wasn't for them poem there, we wouldn't be sitting here 20 odd years in and out of Jamaica and all over the place. And the poems that we wrote years ago, we're still doing them. Even from school days when we write them. We're still doing them. And we have written many more after that. And we reach a stage where we're going to play in the last hour some of the poems then that we do. And maybe people hear them, maybe them don't hear them. But we know, so we play some poem that people never even know, so them poem they exist. This is a poem by me and Marcia Griffiths and Kamoze. And when we write the poem, we right away did have Marcia Griffiths in our mind. As a matter of fact, when at the time I did go take out my voice of Marcia Griffiths and lead the poem, but realize that the words them never allow for that because it was more chorus. Aine Kamoze, Marcia Griffiths, Mutabaruka. The truth lives between you and me, you know, the inspiration from that poem there come from a story, an ancient story, where the man got to the stage and him say he want to find inner peace. He want to find God. I'm looking for God. And the monk say, all right, you see that hill, go over that hill. And when you go over the hill, you go down in that city. And you will find God. And him go down there, and when him go over the hill and go down to the city, all him could have say is pure sex and drinking and all them thing there. So him says, what is? So him go back to the priest, and the priest say, you never find God? Him say, no. A pure sex and drinking and thing are go on. The priest say, all right. You see, the next mountain is really over this, so you should have go. After you go down the valley, go over the next mountain. And him go over the next mountain now. When him go over the next mountain and go down the valley, it's pure war and crime are going over there. So he say, but this man has said me a while, son, God not down here, so man. So him go back to the monk, and the monk say, all right, here what you go do? There's a mountain, but you have to really take a little while to journey up into that mountain. And when you go up into that mountain, you're going in a cave. And when you go in the cave, you're going to see a big book. When you open the book, you will see where God is. So the man take the journey, days him take to reach on top of the mountain. When him reach on top of the mountain, him go in the cave. And so and behold, him see this book. And him say, okay, this look more serious than the last two times them. So I'm going now to the book. At first, he might take a little vibes now that if a man them should have opened the car. Because say God now is like a big thing. It's like, wow, you know. And the man opened the book. And the first page he book up and was a mirror. And he says, what is? And him turn the next page, is a next mirror. And every page where him turn is a mirror. All him could have say is himself. You figure that out. You figure that out. This is the Cutting Edge on IRFM. Go through the pieces. This next poem, the backup vocals was done by Marcia Griffiths. And Psalms was BBC and two other man named the Gay Lads. Well, BBC, you know, they live in England and them Galway. And them farm, them group and call themselves Psalms. Them was the backup for Bunny Wheeler. Well, Psalms, same Lego studio we go. Why you love Lego, you know? We go to Lego studio, we go record this poem here. This poem was inspired because we sit down in a Pegasus, I want some craft here that go on, and we hear a man that they talk about Rasta, and the things I remember say about Rasta, I says, what is this man here, man? What is this man here? And meanwhile, I as a Rasta sit down there, you know, him come and talk to me, quite okay. So this poem come from the inspiration from that man who did a blast Rasta, and when him come talk to me, him go like, him never did a blast Rasta, or go like, me is not a Rasta. Even though he played and bold so. And I only if I wanna wonder where them poem they come from. Oh, me never hear them poem there yet. Well, I don't know, you never hear them yet, but you don't know radio go. Or radio go in Jamaica. But them poem they make me still travel all over the world. White people know them. You know, if they release them song again, they would have get some airplay. Yes, because them sound like them just make. And for the dub poet, them nowadays, you see, dub poetry can't have music. I when I say music, I mean music in it. Yes. Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge. We're on the last lap, you know. Where, for those of you who just joined us, sorry, maybe when we're not there and gone where maybe I refer me play about this program here, but it's a kind of autobiography of Mutabaruka's journey as it relates to dub poetry and the recordings that we do over the years. We don't really touch the surface yet because there's so much other poems that was popular, you know, here and abroad that propel us and have us still touring all over the place. And we still not go certain places. We really would have liked to go to Antarctica. Yeah, would have really liked to go to Antarctica. We've never been to China yet, nor India. But the poem carry a lot of places and it do a lot of things, and we can see it do a lot of things because we still use it as a tool, as a weapon. You know, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. That's why we must waste, especially when we're in a situation, the position to have a mic in front of our hand, in front of our mouth, to say what we want to say, and sing what you want to sing, and poem what you want to poems. Very important that we use it skillfully and carefully to advance the welfare of African people. Della Manley and Mutabaruka. There's one of them recording where it was intended to happen, but it just happened because of vibes. Yes. Sometimes vibes turn out to be the greatest inspiration. Yes, just vibes. You never really intend to happen, but it just happened. This is one of them recording where the recording was supposed to be just Della Manley. But my brethren, I produced the poem, produced the song, and him called me. And we just do it, and it turned out to be a great song. Here we go. Yes, well, you know how it go, that's how it go. You know, I hear a program, we're not going to do no more program like this, you know. It's at 27 years, first we ever do a program like this. We're not do it again. If they want to hear this again, I'm going to play it again when we're not there. We want to thank Jackie for really motivate me for really do this. And she knows so I don't really like, I don't listen to myself, I don't watch myself on TV, not like that, you know. You know what tell me, Matrix? She said, look here, tomorrow I'm a birthday. And what you can't give me for my birthday present is play your tune them on the program. I can't resist that at all. Because I'm going to find enough money to buy a birthday present. So we prefer play the music. Plus, it's something people always ask me, how come I play my tune them? You know what I mean? So we give them a glut of it tonight. Yeah, I don't know if you like the program. Yeah, we give them a glut. Plus we give them a little autobiographical thing of how we come to write a poem or why. You know them here, it's an autobiography, you know. I talk to myself like me the third person in the room, you know. So, yes, and what the people them understand now say, we did I do this thing before we come on RFM? Yeah, you know, yes. So it's not like, you know, we start off RFM. And through the poetry while we're there, so. And through we're there, so we're gone. Enough play that place, too. Everything feed into the next. As them says, a journey. And, you know, RFM, we give thanks to RFM for really recognize what works over the years, the different level, different stages of work. So, Kingston Technical High School, totally different now, upside down it turn now. You come down the Matrix. When you say if you don't come, make your mother come. Where she gone? She gone, but she not come back.
Next month.
No, you forgot make she gone when I left right now. Till woman gone to Dubai. She gonna go work on the next airline?
No, at the Olympic Games.
Okay. Oh, yeah, down there, when name, Fraser gone too. Yes. Fraser gone down there too, yes. Okay. All right, so, yes, we give thanks for really can do it and have a reason to do it, especially in this period of celebration of the works. And yes, so you know, so they are forward next how much hours? 2 o'clock. Next 12 hours from now, we're there again with the Stepping Razor, the Art of War. Totally different program. We'll come back with the same thing, totally different program. So I use this one call me again for come tell me about more time about the poem you played last night, why you play it again. No, we don't know that, Total different thing. Yes. I mean, we will play them still, but we want, some of Lego some of them poem, yeah. And make man like all you start play them. Yeah. Because you never play nothing with me yet,
You forgive me them the one way up on the Kete drum.
Kete rhythm. Hey, watch out. You never play when I'm a poem them yet in life, Can you? Yes, which man? Yes, which man? You don't have no Mutabaruka on your computer. You don't have no Mutabaruka on your computer. But I don't know. Me not depend for IRFM this jack for play me. Who no boy. Especially you, who have a brethren. Watch a man. Me not depend for you for play me still, If you don't want to do it, you don't do it. You understand? Me too big only enough. Go figure out if man play me through them or if man have. I just one night, when I put 2 days. One night me hear a man play the whole of the Kete rhythm, the man will play my word, Me sit down on when me left line up, me go out of the gap. Oh no, I don't have it. I don't have the whole album. Me hear when they played. When they played one night, him coming here after you. Him coming here before when you never come. And me drive out, and me hear my play the rhythm, And when me reach out of the gas station, me sit down there and say, all right, let me say if him real, which one am I going to play now? And him I play the rhythm, and I reach out the hotel, and sit down in the car park, and listen to say, well, the man just change the rhythm and play something else. Every tune, he play for the thing that he don't have my word. Well, I don't know if he have it or not. Anyway. And next brethren now, I'm a good brethren now. Still IRFM, I drive, because I always listen when I drive go home. And I play the rhythm and I play the rhythm and I play the rhythm and I say, wow. Say, him play like must about 2 more of the tune them never play upon the album. And switch the rhythm. I have to call him. Mr. Brethren, you're my brethren, and you have played this Kete drum rhythm and you don't play my rhythm, him say I don't have it. I say, but me hear you play the whole album, so you mean I have it? Most man have my one, on the album there. Then where me get it from?
Alright.
And the CD, me get it off right now.
You know the first time me have that song there when we did there, Mobile, when we used to play it.
That time you a little boy, man. So where the tune there? No, I have to ask, what you say?
We'd have to buy it as special, like them have it under the counter and sell it special.
The album?
No, man, it's the 45.
No, I'm not talking about the 45. I'm talking about the album, Kete Drum Rhythm album. With the Termin and Beanie Man through go number 1. Shabba Ranks they on it. Coco T they on it. Me they on it. I must about 15 tunes they on it. You serious? Bobby Digital produce it, Bobby Digital produce it. So, what you said, say that tune there, everybody have the album there and not have my tune. What a very unfortunate Mutabaruka. All right, ready? You're going to do I'm going to give you some of my tune them, I'm going to give you some of my tune them. I'm not listen to the program because I want to hear the tune them, I mean, I still like some man, we sit down and listen to see if him tune I go play it. Me too old for that now. What I do, I come to you and ask if you play it. And you will tell me lie.
No, sir.
And I go walk with the biggest Bible with them here and box you with it.
No, sir. No, my phone book.
Because you prefer me box with the phone book. You better have a box with the phone book. Well, you know, I go walk with the phone book. And when you tell me lie, I'm going to look for you and know when you tell me lie, and get a back to the phone book, Make you go find me tune and play it. You understand? But I sit down with you, if I go listen to the program and done me day and listen to see if me tune and play it. You have some people do that, Yeah, man, them sit down for hear if you play it. True that now them listen to the whole of IRFM program. They can't move. Because them want to hear, one would them get the album, them get this a man the tune, that the man the tune. Them sit down there and wait for hear the tune and play. And here what now, when them go to toilet and play, you know. And when them see them say, why, Muta, me don't hear your tune. Me hear me tune. Me say, oh, you know me never play. Them say, me not listen, man. Me say, you sit down there 4 hours and listen to me. Me say, yes, man. Me say, you never go to toilet. Me say, yeah, me get up and go eat some food and come back here. Me tell you, oh, you know, say, the time when you go eat the food, we don't play the tune. Now, only part time I play the tune till I them not hear it, you know. And you know that never happened to you yet?
Yes, man.
Yeah, man, I only part time you play some tune, I hear some man go like, Muta, me I get next one of the tune, because I never hear me tune, you know. And then some of them you just not play because you don't like them. You just outright not like the tune them. So you can't play it. It sound weird, You know? Anyway, we give thanks to the moment and give thanks to the time. Where the operator should have no work tonight, the operator. What's your name? Yannick now have no work tonight. Archie lay down out there and watch movie, blue movie. That's Archie out there though. Yannick just lay down out there. So that should have turned out the light and lay down flat. Yeah, that's right. Should have no work tonight from Mutabaruka program. So you I said, oh, I got